What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's comic book stream. New comic book. Everything that I'm going to be getting will be out tomorrow. This is number 2. There will only be 4 this month, so enjoy it while it lasts. Hope everybody's been staying warm. Been freezing my ass over here. But it's all good. It's all good because there's some good comic books this week. Let me first, let's do this. What's up, Hosea? I do see that you and Adam are in here this week, so let me just apologize because I did not see y'all's comment last week. I wish I could take a picture so I can show you what my monitors look like, but the comments, I have an app that basically allows me to show the comments on here. Like, I can show you Hosea's comment from... Oh, actually, you can't see it because it's on the title screen. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me wipe. Where is it? Wipe. There we go. Okay. Ignore that countdown. I'm talking. Hopefully... Wait, I don't know if you can all hear me because I don't think I have... Hold on. No. Oh, my God. Okay. You know what? Here. I'll just show you the cover for... We're going to start with Absolute Wonder Woman. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see... Hosea, you can see your comment there. And there's Adam's comment right there. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I know why. There we go. Okay. All right. So last week, there's an app that I use which allows me to show comments on screen like this. Because I don't use StreamYard. I use OBS because I don't like StreamYard. Like, StreamYard, you can only do what they allow you to do. OBS, you have a lot more freedom to have things look the way you want them to. So I have an app that allows me, or a plugin, I should say, not an app, but a plugin that allows me to put comments up on the screen. However, the way YouTube is configured, like, you have to have the plugin operating underneath. Whatever it was last week, I couldn't see the comments, and you guys both commented, and I didn't respond to that. Now, if I'm playing Fortnite, that's one thing, but this is like an interactive thing, so I didn't notice that y'all had commented, so I apologize to you both. There are comments here. You did see them both. There's also comments like this, even trash comments like this, where my taste in movies are bad. It's not bad at all. So I can even highlight things like this, like from delusional people that are a part of the Americas that happen to be north of us in Canada that have trash, just trash. Like, hearing the things that were said on a stream last night were just ridiculous. We ain't gonna have all that mess here because we're gonna be talking about good things. So, and as Hosea, as if I needed, I do appreciate the co-signing, Hosea, but Mike has recommended fantastic movies to me. I like hearing that he doesn't like Raimi Spider-Man movies or Nolan Batman movies. It's different, but I like it. It's also the truth, and you will... Like, I was having actually, earlier today, I was having a conversation with a customer who was trying to deprogram certain relatives of certain things. Now, this was more political, but I'm like, look, I understand that you might feel you don't want to do something like that, but if you take the time to perhaps engage, educate, point out certain things, then maybe for the future, it might go off in their head and they might be like, hey, you know what? I see the point of view this individual was saying, and they have a point, you know? So right now, I just noticed that for some reason on my TikTok stream, it's not showing. Sorry about this. It did. I don't know why OBS does this. And see, OBS, it is not as problematic free as StreamYard's might be or might not be, but it wasn't showing the covers at a normal size. But anyways, that was a long ass ramble. We're gonna get into it. Here we go. As you can see, look at this first cover. This is Absolute Wonder Woman Annual. 2026, number 1, whatever you want to call it. Now, the story, I don't... Oh, wait, actually, I do know. I do have it here. I have the issue right next to me. The story is written by Kelly Thompson, who is the regular writer of Absolute Wonder Woman. But the art is by Mattia Deulis. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. I even had to look for pronunciation. I even Googled, how do you pronounce this name? His art is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I noticed it first in Marvel. He was doing some work for... there was an Immortal Batman he did. Immortal Hulk and Valkyrie book that just incredible. But he did this issue, and the art in here is phenomenal. In fact, those of you that have listened to prior streams know that OBS sometimes does not cooperate with me. Oh, see? Okay. It didn't... I swear to God, I had it queued up and it was working. For some reason, it doesn't sometimes put the covers. That means the other covers aren't going to look good either. But when they do double-sided covers, wraparound covers, I mean, look at this. I mean, it looks so much better. Like, you can see it here, what it's there. It looks all misconfigured, and I apologize for that. But look at this. This is an awesome cover. The book is awesome. The cover is awesome. The art is awesome. Everything about this book is awesome. And this was going to be a thumbnail, but, well, we'll get to the thumbnail when we get to Marvel. But this just, look at this. All of these covers were incredible this week for this. And this particular cover is by Haining. I don't know who they are. I do know that their name is Haining, and this is awesome. As is this one. This is, let me click, by Dennis Cohen. Dennis Cohen, he of Milestone fame, did this cover. He also did the art in the Prince comics that came out back in the 90s. And right here, look at this. Everything is on point this week for Absolute Wonder Woman. Grab it. Here we have Superman Action Comics. Talking about conspiracies, which I was doing that with the customer earlier. This is issue 1095. And it is written by Mark Waid with art by Del Pesh. The cover is by Ryan Sook, and I really wish Ryan would do a regular book, like a monthly book. Art interiors, please, Ryan. But unfortunately, he didn't do the art in this issue. But it's okay. Oh, let me get this down. There we go. Here we have Aquaman, issue number 14. There's something that happens at the end of this issue that confused me. Either that or this series takes place down south, maybe. I don't know, but I was confused. But it's okay. Jeremy Adams and Bayless. I don't know Bayless's first name. I can tell you that John Timms did this cover, though. And it is a DCKO tie-in. Up next, we have Bleeding Hearts. This is issue number 1. It is a Vertigo book. Vertigo is back, and I hope they continue doing things because it was good. Let me find the... See, now, it's not cooperating. Before, it was showing me y'all's comments, but now it's not. And for some reason, none of these windows will open. Let's see. Maybe it's because I have too many... No. Yeah, see, this is the last thing it was showing me from Adam. Let me try... You know what? Let me try refreshing it. Maybe. And see, that's the weird thing. The plugin is clearly... I do have it. It is active. I don't get this. But whatever. Adam, I do see your comment about the wrap cover. Noted. And you sent me a message too. That's good. But Bleeding Hearts. Back to Bleeding Hearts. Okay, so this is Vertigo's relaunch #1. Dennis Camp and Stepan Morian. I don't know. You know what? I should just like Google all of these artists, especially the artists. Writers I can figure out for the most part. Artists definitely. But this is about 2 zombies and 2 humans, and you can see them on the cover here. The main character is the individual here. I won't spoil anything about this for you, but this is not your traditional zombie story. One of the things I will tell you about this, I did like this, is that you see, because see, the main character is a zombie right there, and then to the right, our right, his left, is his friend, who's also a zombie. They talk to each other, and when they talk, they're having normal conversations. Like, I'm speaking to you guys right now, you can hear me. But when the humans see them having the conversations, it's just grunting, like, you know, and stuff like that. It's just, I found that to be amusing and endearing, and the art in here is really good. Morian's art is really good. The story was good, and I highly recommend this. Here we have Batman and Robin, issue number 30. This is This is Philip Kennedy Johnson's final issue, and I think it might also be the final issue of the series, which I probably should see. The way it ends, it's not necessarily like, I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. They might relaunch it. Because, you know, they do love #1s. Spoiler alert, they do love #1s. Batman and Robin. Okay. Yep, this is the final issue. And Fico Asio, I think that's how you say their name, also handles the art in here. And the art is really, really good. Really good. I liked it. So, yes, final issue, Batman and Robin. I'm sure they'll relaunch it. This is, you know, it was close. It was close. It's between Absolute Wonder Woman and this. This is DCKO #4, the penultimate issue of this 5-issue miniseries. As you can see, Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Man show up in this issue. I ain't spoiling nothing. Hopefully you haven't been spoiled. I know that's a thing. People like doing it. I don't. Can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it. I hate it. Like with every fiber of my being. So, they are in this issue though. That's all I'm going to say. There's also this cover. This is, let me see. I think it's Olivier. Ben Oliver. Sorry. Ben Oliver did that cover. This is Dan Mora, and I think they call this the bracket variant. As you can see, the final 4 right there. And then we have this one. Now, what you don't see is Sasha botching immediately after this was drawn. This is the AEW crossover cover, and this is also Dan Mora. I like this one out of the majority of the covers that he did. I think this one's the best, even though. And we have this one. This one is by Del Mundo, maybe? Let me see. Mike Del Mundo. Yep. And then we have this one here. This is Philip. No. God damn it. This is Daniel Warren Johnson. And, yeah. And Mike Spicer. I guess he was the artist. Not artist, sorry. The inker? Colorist, maybe? I don't know. Johnson did the art, of course. Now, I have it next to me. Here we go. Okay, so it does say on there, Scott Snyder and Javi Fernandez. Yes, okay. So here we go. Writer, Scott Snyder. Josh Williamson is the writer of the backup, and I won't tell you what that's about. Then Javi Fernandez is the artist, who has been doing it for the previous 3 issues too. And then Hermanico does the art for the backup. Those 2 artists alone make this worth the price of admission. Yeah, just this is one of the books of the week for me. So you got 2 right out the gate from DC. I mean, it's technically Vertigo, but that's on another, talking like superhero-esque sort of things, you know. But I mean, we throw it all together. It doesn't matter. But, you know, we can do whatever we want. I mean, this is America, right? Right? Green Lantern Corps is up next, number 13. And this is... Now, the cover is by Fernando Pasarin. Okay? And that looks good. However, the interior art is by Juan Jose Rip. And he needs to do more Marvel and or DC. And I did like this issue because of his art. And the story was good too, but I like seeing Rip. So, more of that. And then we have this. God, you know, well, I mean, you're missing out on EMM's ad at the end. But this is the Superman facsimile for issue number 423. Now, this was the end. If I remember correctly, this was the last of the Golden / Silver Age Superman, and then they were going to bring it into the modern day with John Byrne and all that. This was I think 424 was the last issue. Let me see. And then it went into like the Man of Steel, because that was John Byrne's entry into MAN is how you spell it. There is an R, there's an M. Yes, reading is fundamental. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So. Nope, this was the final issue. And this is written by Alan Moore, as you can see right there. And this came out May 20th, 1986. And this, like, it's said, they say they use this, they overuse it. It's really ridiculous how much it's overused. They're like, oh, that was a love letter to, you know, whatever. But this is sincerely, like, this is Alan Moore, as sincere as Alan Moore can be for the history of Superman. And this is a full, well, let's see. This May 13th. No, so this came out after Watchmen started. But this isn't as nihilistic as the Watchmen miniseries is. This was really good. Really good. And the art, Kurt Swan and George Perez. Hello. Like, come on. So, $3.99 for this. Worth every penny. Worth every penny. And then last but not least, we have Supergirl. Now, unfortunately, it's still just written by Sophie Campbell. I think next issue, Campbell's going to be doing the art again, and that's good. But it does have Joe Quinones doing the art, so it's okay. It's okay. I would prefer Sophie, but I'll take this. It's A-okay with me. Over in Marvel, the MCU, we got Alien versus Captain America, number 4, final issue. And Lionel Francis Yu, or Lionel Yu, whatever he wants. Here we have this Mateus Mahanini variant. And then we have this Carrie Andrews variant, which may or may not be representative of what happens in the issue. I'll just say that. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man Torn, number 5. This is the final issue, so that makes it the 5-issue miniseries. Here we have Black Cat, number 5. Oh, sorry, number 7. Oh, and this is an Adam Hughes cover. Now, I could have gone with this because this looks good. Hell, I could have gone with this. This is a Gleb Melkinov variant. And I could have gone with this. This is Carrie Andrews. However, this was disqualified because this is a two-part connecting cover. The second part will be Black Cat number 8. But my guy, Ivan Talavera, right here, number 7. Variant. Sorry. Easily distracted. But yes, this was it. This was the thumbnail. I didn't want to do the Punisher again, but because it is, well, you'll see. But yes, no, I went with this, and I regret nothing. Although I could have used anyone that was absolute Wonder Woman. But this was it. And there was a Virgin variant thumbnail, so I didn't have to do anything. No Photoshop, no nothing. Just put it up there, and voila. Here we have Cyclops number 1, Shadows of Tomorrow. Continuing the Shadows of Tomorrow event, whatever that is, or banner, or series, I don't know. But yes, Cyclops. I want to say this is a 5-issue miniseries. Let's see how many they have on Comic Geeks. They have 4. And the 4th issue doesn't say anything about it being a finale. So we're looking at least 4. At least 4. Maybe 5. Here is a Clayton Crane variant. Notice the frame. Then we have Mark Spector, Moon Knight, number 1. Another Moon Knight, number 1. Like, y'all gotta stop with this, please. But this is the Ario Andito. What is it called? Ario Andito Hell's Kitchen variant. And then there's this Ryan Stegman foil variant, which looks pretty cool. Again, doing that thing with the final cover may vary or whatever. They did that with this, and there were a couple other ones too. But what I did is I went to Marvel's site, and they had the covers there without that, and also, I guess, the final variants. Like, can somebody at Random House just upload the final versions? Would be very freaking nice. Like, especially have it done before the FOC. That'd be even nicer, you know? But, anyways. Planet She-Hulk, issue number 4. Now, that looks, to me, kind of like Jack of Hearts. Except his skin is purple. But, I don't know. But then you look at his arm, his right arm, and that's flesh-colored as well. I mean, half and half, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who this is. It's a cosmic thing. I'm not a cosmic fan. Sorry. And this is a Marcus Toe variant. Here we have Punisher, number 1, facsimile. This is from the 80s, kids. Double size, first issue. Mike Zeck did this cover. This is what I was going to make the thumbnail. But I don't think they had a version without the logo and all that. And also, I was going with Black Cat. And if I wasn't going to go with Black Cat, I was going to go with Wonder Woman. So, sorry, Frank, you were 3rd. And here's the foil variant. See, actually, it did change. See? Look at that. It did change. Yeah. It was originally $1.25 when this issue came out back in the 80s. $1.25. I can guarantee it's not $1.25. Spider-Man Noir, number 5. Final issue? Maybe? I didn't even bother to check. I know that is a Simone DeMeo cover. I don't even need to check on that. I do know that is. Look at that. Like, my pulse rate has risen just looking at this cover. It looks like he's not doing anything. He's just standing there, and yet there's still action. And that's what Simone does. He always does that. Yeah, see? Simone DeMeo. And, yeah, here we go. The Dark Mirror shattered. Peter Parker declared he would be Spider-Man no more. But then, who is running around in a suit doling out lethal justice? It's all connected as Eric Larson and Andrea Brocardo tie up their epic shadow-soaked saga. So this is the final issue. And I'm sure it's not the end of Spider-Man Noir. We'll see him again in a number 1, because y'all like number 1s. Keep buying them. And then this is the Eric Larson variant there. Oh, look at maybe there might not be another Spider-Man Noir. This might be the end. Look at that. That's a headshot too. Because you demanded it. Here we have Star Wars Jar Jar number 1. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. We're gonna go back, boomerang back to the beginning of the stream. As far as my movie comments, my taste in movies, the Star Wars prequels, all trash. However, I did not have that much of an issue with Jar Jar. Like, he was what he was, you know? And I mean, all of those movies were garbage, but he was the least garbagey thing about it. I mean, can we start talking about midichlorians or Anakin or Hayden Christensen or Natalie Portman or all the special effects? Or, I mean, there's just so much. There's so much as far as, like, you know, like all of the bad things, all of the things that were garbage in this thing, like, he's not even anywhere near the top. Like, that's how far down Jar Jar is it for me. And this issue is written by the guy that played Jar Jar, because there was a mocap, you know, this is before Andy Serkis and all that. Actually, no, I think it was right around the time when they were making Lord of the Rings. But Ahmed Best is co-writing this issue with Mark Guggenheim. And Laura Braga did the art with Kieran McCowan. There you go. And after what Ahmed Best went through, and Torrin Clark did the cover, which actually I do like the cover. And maybe, you know what they should do? Oh, you know what would be great? I want them to do a what if. Actually, I think they already did. Didn't they already do a thing where there was Darth Jar Jar? They need to make that a series. That would be awesome. Because, I mean, if you think about it, all of this came about because of Jar Jar. Like, he was the undercover Sith, you know? And maybe if they did that, I would have a little more respect for, you know, those prequels. But they were not good. They were not good. Sorry. And when people talk about Kathleen Kennedy destroying Star Wars, like, did y'all see the prequels? Did you miss those? George was well on his way to destroying the Star Wars franchise way before Disney did. And that's what he did. I can't. It's not. What's up, Basco? I see you. I can't put it on the stream. I don't know. Oh, wait. Why is it showing up there, but it's not showing up there? There, I can do it. What's up, Basco? It's good. I'm glad to see this on there. I guess I just got to keep both of these windows open. I don't know. I'm glad I could put it on there. But yeah, I thumbed through this. I didn't read it. I don't know what happens. But Ahmed Best, what he went through because of this character was wrong. What y'all did to him, what y'all did to this man is wrong. And the same thing with the little kid that played Anakin. Like, that was wrong. I don't know how many 7-year-olds y'all know, but the way he was acting in Phantom Menace, that's how 7-year-old kids act. So it just the hate, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, you know. Directed towards the individual that truly deserved it, and that would be George Lucas. Here we have Ultraman, and oh no, the Fall of Ultraman. It's number 1. It's number 1. And I guess it's going to be a 4-issue miniseries? 5 issues? Maybe? We'll see. Either or. I don't know. I really need to make the suggestion to League of Comic Geeks, because you can click on the new releases, and then it'll show you the title. Maybe I'm not looking in the right space. Let me see. Let me try. Yeah, see? They don't allow you to go to the other issues. So, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to tell you how many issues there are here, but Marvel doesn't let me know, and League of Comic Geeks don't let me know. Although, it does say here... Hold on. Oh, I guess this is a one-shot. Okay. Because what they do on League of Comic Geeks, it'll show you where it's reprinted and stuff like that. This is being reprinted in an omnibus that's coming out in July. And in July, the omnibus has a bunch of issues, and it has The Fall of Ultraman, #1. So that tells me this is a one-shot. So, there you go. One and done for you Ultraman fans. Hopefully, I mean, that'd suck if they killed him, wouldn't it? Here we have Ultimate X-Men issue number 24. Final issue of Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men book. Hopefully, they give her another book after this. I would like to see that. Definitely. Then we have this Stacey Lee. Oh, see, I didn't do this one. See, final cover. I know this might not irk you. You might not even notice it. But me, it irks me. It really annoys me. Because it triggers me. Because of all the PTSD. See, that's how much it triggers me. I can't even get the acronym right. It triggers me because having to order these books without seeing what the cover... Now, mind you, this is the A cover, okay? So Peach could have literally just taken an ink jar and just splattered it on the cover, and that would have been the A cover, and that's it. It doesn't matter, okay? Because that's the A cover. And most fans do the A covers. Then you have those fans that like variant covers. And when you're trying to market a variant cover by saying, hey, we have this variant cover by Stacey Lee. Now, there are some artists that I mess with all the time. George Perez, Frank Cho. Like, I rarely, if ever, see them do a bad cover. Okay? But then there's other ones who, no offense to Stacey Lee, or let me see who else. Melkinov, Mateus, like, I'm just gonna say the first name. Even Clayton Crane, you know, he's not like a, you know, oh, I know it's gonna be good, whatever it is. For me, in my estimation, I do like him, but to me, he's not a sure thing. But I need to see the cover, especially if it's a variant cover, because then that's gonna determine how many copies of that book that I order. Especially, like, if I got guys that come in here and they're like, yo, you got the new Clayton Crane? I will get it for them, and I will make sure if they come in every week or every month to get Clayton Crane stuff, that I will make sure that I have those variants for them, okay? But if I don't, I got to base it on me seeing the cover. And you know what? Not for nothing. If I don't like it, and I don't think that I have customers for it, and I don't think it looks good, then I'm not going to order a lot of it. I'm not going to order it all, maybe. Because when I order, like, all of this stuff that I'm showing you now, I have these inventories. I have these, this order. My orders came in. All of that stuff that came in, I own. Okay? So if I don't open the store tomorrow, I own all that stuff. That's all mine. Nobody can take that away from me. And, I mean, I got to sell it because that's the purpose of having a business. You know, you want to have stuff for people that decide that they're going to come to your store, that are going to frequent your establishment on a weekly basis or daily or even week, whatever it is. Whatever it is, I have to have this stuff. So I need to know my customer base, at least as far as certain things. And then there's other things like variant covers. That's basically based on, again, knowing your clientele, and also what I like. Okay? Because, like, if this cover here had Gambit on there, I'm not ordering it. Now, if it was George Perez that drew it, I unfortunately would order it, but I would do it under duress. Okay? Because it's George Perez. And George Perez cancels out any of the crappiness of Gambit being on the cover. But Marvel needs to get their shit together. They need to have this done. It needs to stop with this final cover stuff. I understand that maybe the artist might be a little late or whatever, but then don't solicit this stuff or don't have them. You know, I've talked about this on numerous streams, and y'all are saying, get to the next title. I promise you I will. It's going to wrap up. But baseball, sabermetrics, they know the stats for everything that a player does under different circumstances, any circumstance, whether it's in the rain, in the wind, whatever the case may be. Batting from the left side, the right side, with a left-handed pitcher, a right-handed pitcher, an ambidextrous pitcher, it doesn't matter. They know. So at the very least, you should know which of your artists that you hire are reliable and which aren't, and what they're what's the word? Reliable for the circumstances. Okay, so if Stacey Lee cannot deliver a cover before the FOC goes up, well, then you don't use them next time, or you say, you cut down their, you got to increase your output to reach these deadlines, because then it all breaks down. And I don't even know, this could be, it does say final cover may vary. You know what, just for the hell of it, hold on, to make a point. And I know I said I was going to wrap this up, but I gotta check. Marvel.com, Ultimate X-Men. And mind you, please, this is no slam against Stacey Lee at all. At all. Not one bit, because I do like the art here. But this just happened to be the one that said final. There we go. Okay, and you know what? It looks the same, except the Ultimate X-Men. See how it's on the right side there? On this cover here on the Marvel.com, it's on the upper left-hand corner. So that's the only thing that's different. Everything else is the same. And yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of other stuff that Stacey did, and it's all good. I mean, it's all good. So this is no indictment of Stacey, and I don't want it to make it seem that way. And I don't know their output or whatever. This should be Marvel, whatever, but y'all need to do better. Here we have Venom, number 254, and I don't know who did the art in here. I did thumb through this. It does end on a cliffhanger, kind of. But, oh, I think it leads right into the death spiral thing that's going on next month, or in a couple weeks, with Spider-Man and Carnage. And then this is the Johnny Caballero variant, which I actually do like. Although the teeth, the bottom teeth, looks a little more like, it looks like the necklace that Black Panther had on one of the covers with the teeth. Yes, Venom. And then there's also this David Nakayama. They're calling it the David Nakayama color block red variant. And then, let's see. Oh, this is the last book. Here we go. Wade Wilson, Deadpool, number 1. Another number 1. To be fair, I do believe it's a new team. Yeah, it is. It's, oh my god, I can't remember his name. It's right on, you know what? I do have a device that allows me to look this up instead of trying to remember it. It is, I want to say Ben Percy? Yes, Benjamin Percy, Jeff Shaw, and the cover was by Jeff Shaw. Now, I do like the cover. Shaw's art is okay. I know he's not new, but it looks like I don't know, sometimes maybe it takes an artist a little while to get accustomed to the characters that they're drawing, in the book. So I'll write it off at that. But there's something that, and I didn't read it per se. I just thumbed through because I'm not really, you've heard me talk about Deadpool. You've heard me talk about Deadpool's quote-unquote creator before. But the last I knew, he had a daughter. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust Percy. But yeah, there's something mentioned here that I don't know. Here's a Clayton Crane variant there, and then we have this 80 Granov variant. I was going to try to rotate this, but y'all see what OBS does to covers that are widescreen. So, but this isn't a wrap cover. This is literally just the cover. So you have to turn the cover to see Deadpool like that. There. And last but not least, because you know what? Oh wait, we did see a Peach Momoko. Because but granted, that's her book, so of course we had to see her. But we do need a Scotty Young, and here you go. That is this week's Scotty Young variant. Over in the Indies. Oh, wait, hold on. Hi, I'm Nude. Just passing through. What type of videos do you do? Well, Trev, I do videos like this, where I show everything. I'm not a store, but I own a store, and these are the things that I'm going to be getting tomorrow. And these are the things that I don't know where you are, where you're located in the world, but if you have a comic store near you, this should be some of the things that they're getting. There might be more covers, there might be less covers, but this is everything that I'm showing that I'm getting tomorrow in my store. So if you're a comic book fan, judging by your icon, your avatar, I would say yes. These are the things that IDW now, they're going to be putting out. So this is what I do. And occasionally, some late night Fortnite streams. That's about it. Once in a while, there'll be some news that I'll hear, and then I'll get the initiative to actually do a stream about it, but not really, because usually it wears off. And I know that there's people out there that do the, performative outrage stuff, like, when Bob Iger left and whatever else, Well, if you want to know what's coming out tomorrow, like I said, you got a comic store near you. This is some of the stuff they're going to be getting. And I try to limit the commentary, because I know y'all are here just to see the covers, not hear what I'm saying. But, sometimes it's hard, especially because when the PTSD kicks in, yeah. I don't know if you do comic book reviews or comic book news. Like I said, sometimes a little comic book news. Comic book reviews I try not to do, because everybody likes something different. And I can tell you what I like, and that's not necessarily the definitive, yes, this is it. Although when I say, the Star Wars prequels are garbage, that's a definitive statement. That's a factual thing, Everything else, though, is a matter of opinion. So, but yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I don't do it, Trev, because I have a certain way I like things to look, and sometimes I can't do it because with my rudimentary knowledge of certain things, it just doesn't work. So I'd rather not do it at all than anyways, but thanks for stopping by. Here we have Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. This is issue number 6, and this is by Trinity, which also I think did the cover. Let's see. The interior. Where's IDW? IDW, there it is. Godzilla. And Pablo. Yeah, Pablo Trinity. And is this the final issue? Oh, no. Okay, it says, in this issue, Godzilla versus the Wanderer, the return of the Church of Godzilla, possibly hints at the mysterious origins of our mysterious heroes. Find out in the first arc finale. So there will be more. But yes, this is cover A. And there is this one. This is cover B. And this is by Buscema. Then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 15, cover A. You know what? Hold on. I have a headache, and I forgot to take aspirin, and I hear my voice in my head, and that's not really good. There we go. Okay, Freddie Williams did this cover here, and he also does the interiors, and that's good enough for me, because I love Freddie's art. Here we have a B cover by Kevin Eastman, and there's also another name on here. Let me see who it is. By Bishop. I don't know Bishop's name. First name, sorry. But this is cover B. And then we have this C cover by Kreese Lee. And then last book of this week is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Journeys number 6. This is cover B by Duncan. And that, my friends, wraps up this week's stream. I am done. I am going to go make some tea. I don't know if you can tell. I have a sore throat. It's been cold, but it's okay because we like 4 seasons here in the Northeast. So you take the good, you take the bad. Thank you for watching. If you're watching live, appreciate it. I also do appreciate 3 likes. Whoever did that, appreciate you. If you're watching on a replay, yeah, as I always say at this part of the stream, hey, tomorrow it's going to be 42 degrees. That's good with a low of 25. Wow. It's almost summer. If you've seen something, say something, let me know. Contact me through Instagram, through TikTok, through Facebook. There's a bunch. See that link there? Or that website address, direct.me/rowcomics. Just go there, hit a button, get in touch with me. That's how you do it. Or during business hours, hit the top button, give me a call. Either or. Whichever way is more convenient for you. And I can put the books aside for you. And you can come pick them up before they sell out. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way. There you go. Facebook, it's RowComicsCT. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, RowComics. And that's it. If you want, feel free to comment. Let me know what books you're getting, what books you got, whether you like them or not. Whatever you want. I'm easy. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. And as always, have a great new comic book day. And I will see you... Oops, where is it? There we go. Next week, hopefully. Take care of yourself.